swim bladders driven by cartel activity keeps them under extreme pressure and blocks the species from making a full recovery.
This is such sad news. How hard is it to obtain or take care of an ataloxyl?
Obtaining an axolotl is fairly easy and inexpensive, provided you don't live in a state where they are illegal, like California, New Jersey, Maine, or Arkansas. You can buy them from specialized breeders or select pet stores. Taking care of them, however, is intermediate in difficulty because they have very strict environmental needs. The temperature struggle. They are cold water creatures. Their tank must stay between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If your house gets warm, you will need to buy an expensive aquarium water chiller or use specialized fans. Otherwise, they will get stressed and die. Water quality. They are incredibly messy and produce a lot of waste, but they absolutely hate strong water currents. You have to use a strong but gentle filter, like a sponge filter, and do weekly water changes. Tank setup. You cannot use gravel or small rocks. Axolotls vacuum up their food and will accidentally swallow gravel, which blocks their digestive tract and can be fatal. They need a bare bottom tank or very fine sand. If you can get the initial tank setup right and keep the water cold and clean, they are actually pretty low maintenance pets that live for 10 to 15 years.
What do they do as pets?
Axolotls are mostly display pets rather than interactive companions. Because they have very sensitive, permeable skin and a skeleton made mostly of cartilage, you cannot handle or hold them.
Oh, cool.
Instead, they spend their time floating around, exploring their tanks, and occasionally snapping aggressively at their food, which can be quite entertaining to watch.
Wow. What other pets are just display pets? That sounds fucking weird to me.
It definitely feels weird if you are used to dogs or cats, but display pets are essentially living art installations for your home. You don't interact with them directly, you just set up a beautiful environment and watch them do their thing. Here are some of the most common display pets. Poison dart frogs. Despite the name, captive bred ones aren't toxic. They have stunning, vibrant colors and are fascinating to watch as they climb around lush tropical terrariums. Jellyfish. Keeping them requires specialized circular tanks called chrysal aquariums to keep them floating. Watching them
If the poison dart frog pet isn't poisonous, then why would it be a display pet if you could actually interact with it? What's up, Lolo?
Even though they aren't toxic in captivity, poison dart frogs are still far too fragile for regular handling. They have incredibly delicate, permeable skin that absorbs the natural oils, soaps, and lotions from human hands, which can easily sicken or kill them. Additionally, they are tiny, lightning fast, and easily stressed out by human contact. If you tried to hold one, it would likely freak out, leap out of your hand, and get lost or injured in your house. They are strictly meant to stay inside their tropical terrariums.
That's cool. What were some more display pets you were talking about? Give me the quick list.
Here's a quick list of other popular display pets. Chameleons. Stunning to look at, but handling stresses them out easily. Praying mantises. Fascinating insect predators that hunt and live in small setups.
It's because I'm on that tolerance break. If I don't have some weed or whatever, I'm just not that tired. But yeah, it's like 85 degrees here today, so I decided to not sleep anyways. It's probably be too hot to sleep, so I'm gonna stay up all day. What's you up to today, Cyborg? Man, I just learned that the vaquita only has 10. The vaquita only has 10 animals left. Do I get hungry? I'm less hungry than I normally would be. I'm less hungry and I'm less tired.
Is in Florida. Airport in reference to a Spirit Airlines disturbance. After a passenger refused to pay for a carry-on bag,
But that's so crazy to me. Like they got that They got the fucking vaquita down to 10 creatures left living. So that creature is pretty much going to be extinct if they don't do something. I don't know. Whenever I start craving again, I guess. Or do you vote? I have before, yeah. What's up, E-Bruiser?
Proceeded to curse out the airline staff. She also threw her bag and left it on the jet bridge and forced her way onto the plane,
Damn.
according to the Spirit Airline witnesses.
Damn.
These are the events that unfolded.
What do we got?
We got, I did just get to come of the aircraft because when
I said, well, you gotta do better than that. Everyone tells me I look like Jesus, so. What do you think about Trump? I think he was funnier in his first term. Good night to you as well. Yeah, Trump used to be funnier. So I'm waiting for, I'm waiting for another good moment where he drops a good line on somebody.
if she come in, we call her to pay for the carry-on bags, that
Yeah.
item and everything.
So she didn't want to pay for the carry-on?
She get,
She didn't want to pay.
She doesn't want to
Excuse
pay,
me.
that wasn't even the issue. So, she get irate and then she was just yelling and screaming and everything.
That's her bag. So she just threw that shit on the ground.
What about the Epstein files? That's a pretty general question. Israel, me? What's up, Israel?
And then technically she went
She,
on by
that's her
force.
bag right there.
Yeah, so we told her to go back.
How'd she
Yeah.
get on the plane?
She went by force. Then
She
we
just
told her
walked
not to
out.
go, yeah. And she
Yeah.
went by force. She didn't go.
Now she won't get off? Or you didn't ask her yet to get off?
Yeah, she continued to head off.
When people do this, I always wonder, like, what is your best case scenario? Do you think that they're just going to be like, oh, you got us? They're going to call the police. Like, what do they think is going to happen?
No, but did you ask her already to come off? She said no?
No, she said she's not going.
Okay. Whose is this?
That's right.
One going to A?
Uh-oh.
What color is she? What color shirt she wearing?
That's cool, man. Shout out to Turkey. I'm in United States. It's like 80, 85 degrees today.
Oh. They act on impulse? Yeah.
What's up,
Can't have
free
people like
fall? Pretty good. Or, just chilling, I mean. Oh, trying to fucking think about some stuff. United States work hitting the pints. Hell yeah, man. Sounds good. Oh yeah, today's Friday. That's right. I was actually thinking about drinking tonight, maybe. No fret. I don't ever want to know you otherwise. All right. Peace out then. Hope you have a good day, Brody. And make sure to never come back. If I see you, I'm gonna hold you to it. I drink. I drink sometimes. I already said United States, bro. One or the, yeah. Well, I'm mostly a smoker, and I used to be like 70-30 maybe, like smoking and drinking, and now I'm probably cut down to like 90-10. So I'm mostly smoking, drink like once in a while. But now since I'm not smoking, maybe I'll drink. Hello, Levi. I used to be a huge smoker back in the day, or ounce a week. Thanks, Doomsday. Yeah, I used to smoke like pretty heavy too. Well, back when I smoked flower, I was smoking a lot. You know, I don't know if it was an ounce a week, something like that though. Love me some bongs, bong rips.
Let's step up here on the maker. What happened today? Tell me what's going on. Come up here. I just want to get away from the phone.
I bought my gift in the shop. When I booked my ticket, like on the way in, the lady said you're not the person I am. We don't need to check the bag.
Oh, man.
I bought a gift for my son. I'm going to New York. It's a little tour box. And they asked me, I told them I bought this gift in the airport. And my husband was begging her for me to bring the gift for me. And they started following me, harassing me for a gift. I'm like, man, I just bought this gift.
Yeah, the worst part about smoking so much flour for me was like, anytime I would smoke like mass amounts of flour, I would always get like so much like resin, like in my lung. I don't know. I'd have like resin in my throat. I'd like dig in my nose, and I'd have like black boogers. I'd be like, oh, this is crazy, bro. But with dabs, I don't have that issue. So yeah, I hate coughing up black. It's dumb. But yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why I stopped smoking flower as much. Coughing up blackness, you're like, I'm fucking dying or some shit.
If they said, well, because now it's 2 items instead of one.
But it was a good box.
3 by the 30, 25 left parties, everything's
I left the box at home. I left the box at home.
Dude, you know you're with a crash out. You know, like, what are you doing? I feel so bad for these guys that are, like, obviously probably very mild-mannered, reasonable guys. And they just have to sit there and, like, listen to these people just totally melt down.
I paid $90 for $30. They can have it. And I left and she's so calm that she's not following.
Okay, so you had that, you had that box.
Mom, my kids took.
And when she gave you a hard time because it was 2 items.
Looks like my fucking friend.
She harassed you.
Is that my fucking friend?
I don't mean to point anything. But I'm pulling the tour in my hand, sir. She was singled out for
Okay, I understand. So here's the thing. She's saying that she told you
Oh
not
my
to
god.
get on it.
Yeah, I was never big on that. A lot of my friends like to mix tobacco with their hits and shit. That shit was too harsh for me. But yeah, back in the day, I used to always. I think I would. Yeah, I would. No. I kind of forget the order. I would like smoke a bowl, then smoke a cigarette, then smoke another bowl. Or it was I would smoke a cigarette, then a bowl, then another cigarette. That was a bad habit. I didn't do that for very long.
Or I'm just going to push.
I don't know what he means by that. It's only in his hand.
You actually have any?
What?
You actually have any?
I don't know. I used to like to drink a little bit more. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it makes me feel kind of sick every time I drink. Maybe I don't eat enough when I'm drinking or something. So anytime I drink now, I gotta make sure I'm eating a bunch, I guess. No, I haven't done that.
I don't understand your ticket
I
and
didn't
checked
send
in.
my ticket, that's how they know. I left the box, they came to catch my flight because I don't want to miss it. I left the box because that's what she wants. If I give her on it, I
She
don't,
threw it on the ground?
I don't want to pay
How do you-
$90 for $30.
How do you think that
Yeah.
How do you, in any capacity, think that throwing?
Yeah, smoking does seem like if I was gonna try quit smoking, it seems like it would be pretty hard. But I'm taking a tolerance break. That's pretty hard in itself. So I feel like that's something. That's the go-to powder, my friend. Hit up Dominican Republic and meet them Latinos. Hey, shit. Don't tempt me with a good time. I might end up having too good of a time out there with them Latinas, and I'll never come back. If I was streaming, if I went to Dominican Republic, I don't know. Never mind. It was like a half-formed thought. I had to go do it for a test for a job and decided to give it up. But it took what's going to for me to feel normal. Oh, yeah. Damn. Oh, yes. Doesn't seem like it would be that easy. It actually, it wasn't hard for me to stop smoking cigarettes. It was a little hard for me to stop smoking vape. But I don't know, those were kind of easy. I say a little hard, but they were pretty easy, honestly, for me to quit, because I didn't really like it. I still kind of crave, like, if somebody has like a vape, I'll be tempted to like hit it. But I don't like buy my own vapes or anything anymore.
Throwing something on the ground in the air tunnel is the acceptable thing to do. How can you ever even imagine?
Yeah, I don't think I could ever quit weed, because I've already kind of planned on smoking it my whole life. But I think cutting down on it every once in a while would be good for me, so that's kind of what I'm doing.
Imagine this is acceptable. It's unbelievable.
If she wants the box, if it's that serious, you have to box. And I just went on my business. She still followed through. Even though I'm not bothering, I'm not causing problems, I'm not saying nothing, she still calls the police.
Good.
Just gonna wait here with my partner. I'll be right back.
Good. They said they targeted her because of her race? Right.
You know what we're doing? Is she reporting me? Is she refunded?
Yeah, true. I feel like that might be the case. Might help with motivation. What up, Russian friend? How you doing? How's Russia today?
No, I knew that. The question was, are you getting refunded or rebooked?
They're gonna get rebooked, but if they don't want their check back,
Do they have check bags underneath this plane?
Do a lot of Russians speak American? I'm 35. I had some crazy dreams when I quit weed. I haven't gone to sleep yet, but maybe I'll have a cool dream when I go to sleep.
It's actually adult daycare, bro. Like, it's insane the cop has to fucking min-max this stuff.
No check back.
So, yeah, like Spirit Daycare, yeah. Isn't it just insane? People missing a bigger point. 100 people's lives are fucked up because of this? Yeah, exactly.
So what's going to happen? You're going to take your stuff and your stuff. You're going to grab your box sets over there. We're going to rebook you on another flight with a different crew, and then they're flying. They're not going to let you on this thing.
We need a Russian translator, stat.
Why I have to be
Ma'am,
there?
I don't make that decision. It's not up to me. Spirit Airlines doesn't like the way that you acted.
My attitude?
No, the way you acted.
Yep, your attitude. That's right.
Whatever, they don't like it. So here's the thing. That's for you to take up with them. between you and Spirit
So you're
Airlines.
sensitive because
So they're
I
saying
said that I
that,
wouldn't take my box?
ma'am, please don't argue with me. I'm trying to make this really, really simple. You're
Adult daycare. It's actually crazy. How is
not
this
gonna
even
get on
real?
this plane. They're gonna rebook you. You'll be allowed to fly at a later time this afternoon or whenever the flight is.
Baby LaCroix.
Yeah.
What's up, ooze? Old Vladdy boys listen to her. Sometimes I get some people in my chat who are like all for Ukraine winning. So it'd be kind of wild if like a battle ensued. Take it easy, man. It's fucking hot here. I don't know why I'm putting my shoes on. Goddamn. Should take my socks off too. Shit. It's fucking 88 degrees. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here.
That's it.
And I gotta be with her to book me? Can I find somebody
I'm
else?
gonna stand here with you the whole
Please,
time.
because it's for her.
Or you do go to get services which is at Terminal 4 in the customer
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
service at the ticket desk.
I think that's all I got. If this is cotton. But at least I'm wearing light colors. What kind of? This is light color. This is kind of darker.
Sir, the sarcasm isn't needed. Start heading that way.
It's needed.
The Jamaicans. Oh man. I try not to think about Jamaica that often, but I wouldn't want to fucking live there. I think Jamaica's already at war, man. Shit sounds pretty wild there.
Damn.
You gotta go to Terminal 4 to the Spirit check-in ticket counter. Ma'am?
That guy's so weird. He thought it was
I'm probably just talking shit. No, I never traveled. Kind of sheltered in the Pacific Northwest here.
But it,
That and dispose of it or do whatever you're gonna do with it.
It's your gift. Take it with you.
I'm gonna fly with security, not gonna lie. I'm leaving it with them.
10 minutes later, officers were called again because
some people are just not equipped for modern life.
10 minutes later.
They're just not ready for it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can't handle it.
Yeah, I'm originally from Washington State, and then I moved to Oregon like 9 years ago. And I've pretty much only been in those two states.
Spirit Airlines refused to rebook them since they didn't like the fact that she breached the jet bridge.
Yeah, good. It's a PvP airline already. They don't need any more of that.
Flight, so I can't even book another flight. She literally trying to sabotage me.
Okay.
Sabotage me because of it.
Okay.
Okay, you have your ID?
That's crazy. Wow.
You have into that agency. I need to listen to her. Thank you. So, yeah. No, you say it. Okay. Do me a favor. Take your.
This lady's got a fucking mohawk. No wonder she's crazy as hell. Yeah, I've never been anywhere else. Never been. Oh, that's what's up. All over the world. Yeah. Maybe that kind of explains my life. Never traveled much. I don't know. I've always wanted to travel, but yeah. Just haven't done it yet. I want to travel this summer. Shit. I was hoping I'd have a new car by now, but I gotta fucking do a bunch of shit.
Your jacket on.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Purse off.
I don't like boats.
face the wall. Yes. Turn to face the wall.
Are you being arrested? She just goes, yes.
Place your hands behind your back. Thank you.
Aw, how cute. I mean, honestly, she's got,
Hawaii.
she really got this shit up.
I thought about it actually. Hawaii would be pretty cool.
On, like, she
Except for how it's supposed to be like the most expensive state besides like Alaska, I think. So I'd probably be the poorest guy in Hawaii, but it'd be cool living in paradise.
She does, like the fucking earrings, like, look at that, bro, like a fresh.
I actually thought about going, I was homeless for a little bit, and I heard that, what's it called? I heard the Hawaii has the homeless shelter too. I was like, damn, I'll go be homeless in Hawaii, live on the motherfucking beach. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just what do they call it? Fair-skinned, light-skinned. I feel like I'm a little too light-skinned to be living in Hawaii.
New haircut with like that jacket there, and
yeah, beach bum. Like the homeless people in Hawaii must have it fucking made.
everything. I mean, yeah, she's slaying. She is.
Appreciate that.
And now you get the pink handcuffs.
Yeah, I couldn't handle Canada. That's a little too cold for me. Excuse me.
Your ticket wasn't scanned before you entered into the jet bridge. It's a felony offense.
No.
Are you serious?
The ticket wasn't scanned?
I'm being very serious.
She scanned my ticket before I left. That's how they were able to see my
What's up, Korean? How you doing?
I understand that, but they're saying that the ticket was not scanned, that you barged onto the jet bridge. That's a
Yeah.
okay.
No, man.
Yeah. I actually considered an oil rig job before, but yeah. Thought, I don't know if I could handle it. But yeah, big ups to anyone doing that. It's the real hard work.
No, that's not what happened. No, it's something else.
Your jewelry. Do you want to go to him?
Yes.
Okay. Stay on right there. No, I'm being very serious. Like, it's not a joke.
People were so tired of it.
This woman's wearing the shittiest shirt I've ever seen. Holy fuck.
This shit. Everybody in the country is so tired of this shit. We are so tired of these crashing.
Can't bring tie-dye with me? Come on, man. We're all suckers, man. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, so don't know how to act right. They can't behave in a public environment.
Oops.
We're so tired. We are. Like, it's exhausting to have to deal with these people all the time. Just follow the fucking rules. Just do what people ask you to do. Don't throw shit on the ground. Everything is so easy. Literally, like, everything is set up for you to succeed. Everybody wants you
I don't know about that. Set up for me to succeed?
to not go to jail. Nobody wants you to go to jail, but you had to do this. It's just insane, man. And the whole world, I think, is tired of this shit.
Oh, I gave it back to her.
How long am I going?
It's in the last page that's in there.
I'm not in trouble with that.
I understand.
Then why are you making trouble?
Unfortunately, you made a bad decision today. That's all it is. It's just today.
What a fucking legend. I understand that, but you made a bad decision today.
Excuse me. Sounds pretty chill.
Fucking flawless.
You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna be processed and you're gonna go to jail.
For how long?
I don't know until you can make more.
You taking me to jail?
I will take your purse.
That's right.
The purse can go with you. The rest of that stuff you're gonna leave with him.
My purse.
You don't want your
And you know her Reddit moderator is going to be talking about how this was racism. You know, bro, like, you know, he's going to be saying, like, yeah, they targeted her. Like, they did this. Like, I don't know what it was. But, like, they just really had it out for her.
ID or your phone? All of your stuff?
Yes.
You sure? Okay.
I think that if you act this way, there should be like a 3-strike rule. And like a 1-strike rule for being violent at the airport is you just go on the no-fly list. Like, the airport is one of the only places where there is still some semblance of civilization. People kind of have to act right at the airport. If we lose, like, there's only like 3 or 4 spaces that you can have that are around, like, I mean, there's like, I remember golf, like, the last time I was at a golf club was like 2008 or 9, but like they were pretty well put together, right? And like a few other, like, you know, I'm sure
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how many licenses they gave to people who can't even speak English and shit for fucking truck drivers.
country clubs are pretty well put together, but like just general population areas, a church, I mean, it depends on the church, right? Wasn't she civil with the cops there?
Not really. I think it's mostly Latin, like Mexican people, or I don't know. There could be. I guess it depends on which state. We might have a big Indian population somewhere.
Yeah, that's why they're not tasing her, or dragging her around.
Why are you guys so upset with me? What did I say?
Why are you so mad at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a friend. He's an Indian guy. I think he lives in Vancouver. And he tells me about the Sikh community there and stuff.
My pressure is low.
Yeah, so
You're so fat.
What up, Dark Life? Texas and New Jersey.
That's not in China, you're supposed to have no fly watch, exactly.
And you decided
Yeah, I saw that shit. It's pretty crazy. Crazy shit.
to arrest me. Why?
No, it's not a decision. You made that decision when you breached.
I did not break. They scammed my ticket. They scammed my ticket.
They scammed you.
2 people took my ticket from my hands. The first lady in the front and that lady. She took my ticket before.
Told him to go home. I'm not sure when he got there, but yeah. I'm pretty sure people tell him that all the time.
They're saying you didn't.
I guess they made you throw the box on the ground too?
I just told you. So you're
He's actually a pretty good guy, though. He tells me about the tweakers and shit there, and he tells me about the how the government's hella shitty. So he keeps me a little updated on a couple of things. We're doing it. Yeah, we are. Canada's way nicer than us, but yeah, we're becoming kind of like Canada in some ways.
42.
Yeah.
And this is a felony.
42 years old. You are 42 years old, and you still fuck around. That is embarrassing. That's crazy.
Charge?
Yes. Anything you do at the airport is a felony. This is the government building. Yes.
Oh, lie as fuck. They told her to go somewhere else and rebooked, and she pressed the charges. No, the reason probably why this happened is that she was probably causing a scene and causing problems at the Spirit Airlines booth, and they wouldn't, she wouldn't leave, and that's why the cops were called. They didn't call the cops just because she showed up, because they were unrelated to it, right? And so, that's really what happened.
So am I going to see a judge?
Maybe. If you get to jail in enough time, you'll make bond court for the morning time. More than likely, yeah.
Damn.
Bruh, but for real though, there's only 10 vaquitas left on Earth. They're about to be fucking extinct. So fucking say goodbye to the vaquita, bro. It's not cool. What else?
I never committed any crime. Another thing I'm going to do.
You just did. You just did.
Tell you, this is sad, and it's going to be a lot of trauma for me.
It's 7:30 in the morning? Yeah, 7:27 in the morning.
Just because somebody don't
Good
like
morning.
it,
Uh-oh, we've got a call from Spirit Airlines.
I just,
Anybody want to take...
Yeah, I hear that, man. I heard it was getting pretty bad. And you guys don't even have like a deportation thing going on. At least we got something kind of like that. So I don't know. Gotta look on the bright side. Maybe you guys will get a immigration reform or some shit as well.
Take this one? Seems like there's a passenger dispute.
literally, we had a bus here. It's my attitude. I take my kid's toy and I'm upset. I didn't say nothing to him.
Breakfast in jail? Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, she got breakfast in jail.
Like this, is that jail time? It could be possible up to like a year of jail time, felony time. Do me a favor, sit so your feet are gonna be outside because I have to take your ankles off.
You can tell this cop is enjoying this shit, bro. Like, yeah, it could be up to a year. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it could be.
Hold on, I'm still on.
You was cool, man. You was cool. So, okay, I understand. All right. I was surprised. I thought he was going to get...
Indian shrine. What the fuck?
Alright, you're gonna have to go. In his vehicle, we're gonna switch out your cuffs and we're also gonna put you in the back of his car. So come out with me.
The fuck?
Step all the way out of the doorway.
Adult daycare.
We're going to this car right here. Now, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to set your hand. Okay? Put your hands together like you're praying. You cannot. You cannot. By our policy. Yeah. There's nothing that we can do about that. That's not our policy.
God.
So if you want to put your hands together like you're praying, it'll be a lot more comfortable.
Like you're praying?
You want to put a seatbelt on?
So she was charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct, 1 count of trespassing, and her bond was set to $2,650. But that's about it for today. So if you enjoyed that video,
Damn.
leave your thoughts in the comment section. Until next.
Oh, wow. The Texas of Canada. So that's where all the oil's at, is in Alberta. Huh. That's cool.
A bigger master to be taught not to fuck with each other. So you as the model minority always see us as beneath you. Median household income today, Asian, 123,000. Black, 47,000. Hey, fatherless rate, Asian, only 16.
How did you get into doing that oil job? Just wondering. That's what's up. Sounds good.
15%. Black, 63%. Whew. Let's look at homework per week. Asian, no surprise here, they do 134 minutes on average. Black, 36. I don't hear them saying they're better than you and you're beneath them. I hear maybe you feeling that way. You guys know Killer Mike? Probably not. He's a hip-hop artist, done some good stuff, and he's been dining out on that for a very long time. He's largely an activist. And sometimes people give him a pass because he'll say the right thing, and like he's a Second Amendment advocate. But then when you understand that it's very often only
How did you like the garbage truck job? I almost thought about doing that. No, I don't play Roblox. Sorry. Someone told me to get a garbage truck job before, and he was telling me like how it was a pretty cushy job, with good benefits and stuff like that. But the oil rig is probably definitely a step up for sure. Used to be a bum. All I did was roofing for the most of my 20s and leveled up. Roofing? That doesn't sound like a bum. Sounds like a hard worker.
Because he thinks the Second Amendment needs to be used for black people to protect against white people.
Oh.
You realize he doesn't have the ability to read crime statistics. And then, the more you listen to him, you realize that he is intensely racist and effectively wrong about everything. His latest tirade is about Asians and how blacks and Asians can't get along, but it's the fault of the Asians. At a certain point, maybe Killer Mike can ask, is it me? Time for claim truth.
No, I'm American. I mean, I'm like British by like ancestry. English, whatever you want to call it. Welder? Damn. That's a hard job too. I don't think I could be a welder.
Now,
Yes, it is.
yeah, the first claim, and this. So we showed this clip not that long ago. The Asian shopkeeper Rick Chow.
Which, by the way, great name for a wrestler.
It really is. Yeah, Rick Chow. That's perfect. Rick, it's time to chow.
It's chow time.
It's chow time.
Dun, dun, dun.
His move is like the chop suey or something.
Yeah.
Takes 2 sticks. And,
His secret weapon is, chopsticks.
yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Right.
we did.
Rick Chow, shopkeeper, he protected himself. He shot a young black man, and he got off because of self-defense. So this is the jumping off point. Killer Mike, this is showing us a problem with Asians and blacks, and they can just get away with anything.
I saw a black child, South Carolina. Walked out.
Welder jobs in Alberta. Oh shit. Gotta fix that pipeline. Keep it maintained.
Out of a store.
He had a
My
gun.
confronted showed I don't have anything.
Didn't do his hands.
Chased out of that store.
No,
and
reach
shot
his hands back in his pocket.
and killed. Nothing has changed.
I'm only 35. Fuck you.
Nothing.
That man was let off the case.
Here's the truth. A jury found that Chow had defended his son's life. And here's some other details we didn't really get into. They confronted that young black man. They always say boy. The young
Who, me? Yeah.
black man pulled a gun on Chow's son after they chased him. They thought that he had stolen something. By the way, they
My name's Danny, by the way.
had been robbed many times at gunpoint at the store, as many shopkeepers, bodega owners are. Chow shot Belton, young black man, in self-defense. Now, here's the other thing that they don't tell you. Chow then rendered aid to Belton while his son called 911. He even kept the young black man's airway clear by sucking the vomit out of his mouth, and then immediately cooperated with authorities. All of this was known by the jury, to be clear. Also, Belton had a gun.
That's what I think.
So it comes
The
down
evidence
to
of
his...
witnesses, convictions, and the Casey audit shows a clear overrepresentation.
Oops.
word against his word. He
No, I'm just a chill guy. What's your story, though? Drop out, Mini Coop.
said, she said, black said, Asian said, and you look at one who seemed to do everything
What was life after middle school? It was pretty lit, man. How about you?
he could to try and save the child's life. It's an unfortunate situation. These things happen, especially someone who's been the target of violent assault or the victim of violent assault, as this shopkeeper was. So that's what actually happened, by the way. But he uses this as a jumping off point to make...
How do you drop out of middle school, by the way? I've never even heard of that. I think you mean high school drop out, and you got your phrases wrong, bro.
raw generalizations.
More or less the same today? Yeah, sure. Why not?
While accusing white people and Asians of being prejudiced. Let's contrast that with Carmelo Anthony. Anthony was somewhere he shouldn't be, was asked to leave. He stabbed someone in the chest when asked to leave. Maybe he was gently pressed on the shoulder after asked 15 times, and then he tried to dish the murder.
Why would my mom have a truck? Just sit this one out, Mini Coop. You don't got shit to say, bro.
Not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. This is a jumping off point to go to all the other claims from Killer Mike. So put him in the same category as Bill Maher. Occasionally he might say something that you think has him coming around. He's not. He's not. This guy is obsessed with race. And the more you walk...
My main job right now is saving the vaquita. You gotta save that motherfucker. YouTube said, yeah. Fucking censorship, man. I guess I'll take the censorship. It's not, could be worse, I guess. Yeah. Anyways.
Watch any of his previous content. A very hateful person. Here's the second clip. Is that Asians always see black people as beneath them, and that's a problem.
It's not enough to just hate the other person anymore.
I can imagine that. They probably do a lot of stupid shit to spurn that on.
It's not enough to just hate the Asian store and burn them down and boycott them.
Well, that was never enough.
And I do think all of that. I'm at a point now where it's not enough. We can't fuck with y'all. Y'all don't fuck with us, and it's obvious. And we are put in a position by a bigger master to be taught not to fuck with each other. So you, as the model minority, always see us as beneath you.
Now, by the way, just to be clear, I understand that might be hard to decipher because this is something people do. They try and create new, like, to F with somebody. So we don't F with him. It meant to mess with somebody, to do something.
I'm doing good, man. It's like 85 degrees today. I was gonna go outside, just couldn't figure out a place to go right now. Yeah, I don't ban anybody. Usually trolls are better though. I expect, you know, if I'm gonna let people troll me, I expect some top tier material. You gotta work on your shit, Mini Coop.
Asian Americans kind of started off at the same spot pre-civil rights. And Asian Americans, having faced discrimination in a similar timeline, certainly the most comparable here in the United States, have outpaced the growth, progress, and success of black Americans for reasons that I guess your guess is as good as mine. Let's look at pre-civil rights earnings. Filipino earnings were about 39% less than whites. I'm using that because if you go to the data, go check the reference, they didn't have like this broad category of Asians.
Mini Coop, are you one of those people who goes around saying, you go around accusing people of saying the N-word? Let's go eat something. Yeah, I know. I need to go get something. I got like social anxiety and shit, so it's hard for me to, you can't even spell, it's an O-T, bro, you can't even spell. Come on, man.
For some reason, Filipino was very specific. Black earnings, 43% less than white. So, both right around 40%. That's a rounding error. Now let's look at the earnings data today. Filipino earnings, 14% more than whites. Black Americans, same spot, 39% less than whites. Wow. So you can just say, well, it's because they've been kept up, but they weren't? But this group wasn't? Because here's the thing,
India kind of sucks.
You would think so.
I used to want to go to India until I saw too many train videos. Too many people dying on them trains, man.
I should do 134 minutes on average. Black, 36.
They were only assigned 90. Jeez.
Look at the IQ, 150.
Oh, you are? Happy Juneteenth. I think. Or does that not apply to you? Jamaican. So you don't get the Juneteenth award. You're not special.
None of you were given a handicap. How do they outperform you in every single metric?
Yeah, you get the Darwin Award, Mini Coop.
I hear maybe you feeling that way. And you know what?
Shout out Turkey. How's Turkey doing today? What's the festival today? My nig.
The data is telling you that. And there is an Asian named Data, and he would tell you.
He would also tell you that.
After he found his booty trap.
You know what Asians don't have?
Sometimes I crave Thanksgiving meals like in like summertime. Like last week I was craving some Thanksgiving food. Turkey isn't good. Oh no, not good, man. Country or the bird? Hey, it could be both.
Allied to white American money.
Every day is different, crappy.
They're doing bad.
What's the worst part about Turkey? Is it the government or the weirdos, or what's going on there?
Since civil rights, we've gone to war with Asian countries. Have we gone to war with black countries?
Right.
Kind
They
of.
don't put up much of a fight. Somali.
No, not big words, no.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Here's the thing. It's always someone else's fault. So you look at the crime. You look at the business, the success of
Fake news.
the degree of success in business.
Oh yeah, which kind of about what?
Leadership therein, you know, the Kamala Harrises, the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, the Killer Mikes, the Jasmine Crockett's. We notice a trend. It's never that. It's never that there's a difference in priorities, values, and leadership with Asian Americans. It's they must be a problem, and somehow they too must be oppressing you, and you can't play well with them, because that's the ultimate.
Yeah, I need to make like a grocery list or some shit. That's usually my first step.
As customers, because they could never put a store in the master class's neighborhood. He actually said that, and here's the funny thing. I guarantee most Asian Americans don't see white Americans as the master class. Play the clip.
And yet you need us because you could never put a store in the master class's neighborhood.
Yeah, here's the truth. Asians set up their shops, businesses in largely suburban white areas.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you look at the Asian makeup, 7% of the population, about 11.5% of business owners, particularly in food, hospitality. You know, so they'll open up restaurants, they'll open up gas stations, bodegas, nail salons, predominantly in suburban areas, tech companies, white areas.
Military surplus stores.
Yep.
There you go.
San Jose, by the way, city with the most Asian businesses, black population, 2%. This idea they're setting up shop now.
Well, hopefully Turkey gets a little bit better in the near future, man.
Point in time when they started off with.
You know, I feel like every place has kind of got their own shit going on and all that. Yeah. That's kind of why I haven't traveled too much, because even though Seattle and Portland are shitholes, I'd like to kind of stay here and make it a better place. And I kind of do make it a better place. Like, I'm one of the few people in Portland who isn't batshit retarded.
With the same disadvantages, right? They both had 40%, an average lower income than white Americans. Yeah, that's where they might have set up shop in poor black areas because that's where they live. The property was cheaper. They moved past it. Your community never has. And you know what? They never will.
Well, and it does generally, but like June. Well, May was pretty warm, but kind of pretty rainy too. June, July, and August, it will be. Those are pretty much the three like months where it will be warm, and then September too as well. A little bit of October, and then the rest of the year is pretty rainy.
Well, if they believe you're both right.
People need education. I think everyone needs AI. Everyone needs a smartphone, and everyone needs AI, so we can elevate everyone to the next level.
That's the big problem. Is people like you. Hey,
Don't you talk to me like that, Jim.
Mike, I'm not saying that black people are the problem. I'm saying that thought leaders like you all
Ford F-350. Yeah, that's a good truck. Hell yeah.
are the problem. They set up shop in white suburban areas, sometimes largely Asian areas, but they're not thinking master class, we can't set up shop in a nice suburb. It's just not a part of their thought process. They look.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna watch some more shit, and then I'm gonna eventually go outside into the heat and get some food. So that's my plan for the day.
They look at margins, profits, losses, risk, reward, not to mention the most valuable company in the world right now, NVIDIA, owned by an Asian, Jensen
Huang.
Huang, I always get it wrong. Though,
Huang.
I always get it wrong. And you know who would laugh? The Asians who know I get it wrong. Like, oh, get it wrong. Oh, very.
Yeah, I feel you. It's all craziness, you know.
Gotta get my H1.
Extra booster mobile.
Life's crazy, man.
It's right.
Who thought I was gonna buy Doritos?
No.
And we lose track of shit all the time. Like, people don't got a good priorities, I guess. I don't know. I'm still focused on these damn vaquitas. There's only 10 vaquitas left in the wild. And after they're gone, they're gone. Ain't gonna be no vaquitas left.
You can't get a driver's license? No, I can get one. I just don't like the bureaucracy. I don't like standing in lines. You sound like a liar, which is like one of the worst things to be. Even worse than a thief.
Yeah.
I use Rumble Wallet. What's Rumble Wallet? Some kind of vibrating sack of cash? No, it's a place where I can manage my crypto in one spot. It's as easy as money. Well, give me that! I can't. It's encrypted. Yeah? Well, how about I stab you until you give me the encryption, huh?
Go to wallet.rumble.com to download the Rumble Wallet today. No banks, no fees, no middlemen, just your money and now all of your crypto in one secure, easy-to-use place. Get started today. Let me ask you, though. So Asian Americans, started off same spot as black Americans. And I will say it is true when they were immigrants and they were poor, at one point in time, they were more so found or clustered in black communities. And then black people didn't like that they were sort of insulated. And then as Asian Americans became more successful and they migrated out to the suburbs, guess what? They integrated more. And they've
All right, this video is taking too long. Because I'm already watching like 3 other videos.
Of Muslim men, particularly Pakistani heritage, in these organized networks. The inquiry has not ignored this. Mosques, madrasas, and community organizations that have harbored or failed to report perpetrators must face investigation and if found guilty, be closed. The immediate deportation of anyone nested within any of these subcultures promoting it.
No, there's not a Sonic near here. I would be if there was a Sonic near here. I'd be hitting them up all the time. They got good deals. We got good prices and good burgers and all that. Closest thing to me, I got a Shake Shack that's not that far away. I go there on Sundays for their deal. Got Killer Burger down the street. They're pretty good. Kind of expensive though, a little bit. Got Jack in the Box, Burger King, and McDonald's are right next to each other. There's Taco Bell. And then there's a bunch of like, I don't know. I wish we had a Sonic a little closer to me though. What's up, FIFA?
Attitudes that dehumanize non-Muslim girls must be pursued. The nations of the world are not identical. Ultra-selective border control, attentive to general patterns in sending countries, is therefore also vital to the long-term happiness and...
I believe it. Killer Burgers are the bomb.
continued existence of the host of the peoples across the West. Immigration policy must be immediately reflecting this evidence. Anyone from a country whose nationals are disproportionately represented in a rape gang convictions must no longer be entitled to a visa. This should be applied ruthlessly. Our young girls must come first. Special measures for child witnesses and grooming gangs must be strengthened. Pre-recorded evidence, remote testimony, and
Goyslop Jr.? You mean Carl's Jr.? Yeah, I'm in Portland. We have a Carl's Jr., but it's Dr. Phil. Is that Dr. Phil? Is that Dr. Phil's son?
with specialist prosecutors trained in trauma-informed practice. Charging decisions must no longer be influenced by community impact or by fear of racism allegations. Failure to charge a clear case must be reviewable by the Attorney General and should result in criminal liability.
You knew I was in Portland? Yeah. You're a good guesser, man. Very perceptive.
For those who do not carry out their duty. Exactly. Overseas Task Force. It has been established.
I wish we had a Goy Slop Jr. I could go for some Goy Slop right now. Alright. Oh, you're playing Pokemon Emerald? Hell yeah, man. Love that game. Enjoy it.
Established that organized gangs, chiefly of Pakistani heritage, have not only groomed, raped, and tortured thousands of women and girls across Britain, but have also trafficked such victims overseas, particularly to Pakistan and other countries. Like that guy that said he took his kid to Iraq, remember that? And evidence of the independent hearings, early day.
I need to bag up some trash.
Motions in Parliament, and of course the survivor testimonies presented to this inquiry served to suggest as much. The intent by perpetrators was to exert near total control, to prevent disclosure of the abuse, to obstruct homegrown investigations, and to continue inflicting abuse in environments with weaker safeguards. The full extent remains under-investigated due to historical institutional failures. Not failures, intentional failures. By police, councils, and social services, often linked to concerns over racism allegations or inadequate cross-border cooperation. This must be rectified. It is therefore recommended that a dedicated task force established within the Foreign, Commonwealth, and Development Office, working with a close liaison with the Home Office, police forces, and National Crime Agency, and its international partners. This unit should prioritize identification, location, safeguarding, and urgent repatriation of affected British women and girls. This means enhanced consular support, intelligence sharing on missing persons cases reported in known grooming hotspots, targeted reviews of passports and travel records linked to known perpetrators, and diplomatic pressure.
I've still never tried In-N-Out, but I think we're going to get an In-N-Out here in like maybe a year or something. Yeah, we got Goku, we got all the gang. Yeah, so I can't give my opinion on In-N-Out yet, but I'll try it eventually.
Sure, on destination countries for victim extraction and evidence gathering. Compensation. A national compensation scheme for grooming victims must be set up at once. Something similar already exists in the form of criminal injuries compensation, established in theory to seek compensation on behalf of people physically and mentally injured because of a violent crime. That's right, because they're totally fucked. They're fucked for life, right? And Sika truly does so by suing authorities and perpetrators directly, but has proven time and time again to be unfit for the purpose in all sorts of ways. Despite providing evidence that helped convict the leader of a Rotherham-based rape gang, Sammy Woodhouse has refused compensation by CISA on the grounds that she had consented to her own abuse. Well, sorry, was refused, not did, it has refused. Sammy Woodhouse was refused compensation because she consented to her own abuse. In our view, awards should be updated to reflect the lifelong harm documented in survivor testimony, including loss of education, employment, mental health, physical health, family health. This scheme must be funded as a levy on all convicted perpetrators.
That's what's up, Roxana. How you doing today? Happy White History Day. You too, man. Oh yeah, I forgot that was today.
And by the defined benefit pensions enjoyed by the public servants, either by police forces or social services, found guilty or dismissed for culpable negligence. The law must place a protective family at the center of safeguarding. As such, the core principle should underpin the safeguarding reform is the recognition that a child's family tends to represent the first, strongest, and most effective line of defense against exploitation. While there are circumstances in which children cannot safely remain with their family unit, exploitation cases generally differ from traditional intrafamilial abuse models.
Pepper Bowl 956 super chatted $1.99. Wee.
Mexican. Is it my mustache that gave me away? This is a lime. But yeah, I might be Mexican. I might be related to the actually I think I'm Aztec.
Smart. Rather than the potential safeguards against it. This can result in reduced trust between families, professionals, parental disagreements from safeguard procedures, delayed information sharing, and increased isolation of the child from protective relationships and perpetrators exploiting divisions between families and agencies. So basically, they treat the family like the fucking like the criminals, and big fucking surprise, that's going to cause people to do a whole lot more, right? That's a lot. Yeah, so it exacerbates the problem. It makes the problem.
That green lemon, baby.
Right? So that's it. Yikes, he's still reading? Yeah. Yeah, it's not done yet. I said I was going to do it. I'm assuming some of the last pages are probably just like, you know, like kind of like a, you know, like attributions, right? But like other than that, I'm not gonna read. I don't need to read every single one of those, right? But like, I mean, this is still the meat of it, right?
What's everybody up to today? I get so comfortable streaming. I just don't even feel like going outside a lot of the time. But I guess I could do a. I don't know. I want to go somewhere. I'm just having a lot of anxiety and shit. Playing ESO with my wife. Sounds chill, man. I'm still taking a tolerance break, but I'm not really craving weed.
We're still in the meat. Official research.
I feel like maybe weed helps me get my like priorities straight, though. Sometimes it helps me like lock in with shit. Because right now I feel kind of like scatterbrained.
Strongly reinforces relational approaches to child sexual abuse, child sexual exploitation. Recognizing the protective networks, including parents, siblings, extended family, and peers, and no community relationships, are essential to reducing vulnerability and disrupting exploitation. Once removed from the family and the community networks, children, as a general matter, become more vulnerable to grooming, missing episodes, trafficking, and other forms of harm.
Yeah.
A family-first approach.
Yeah, that's why I'm never gonna fully quit. I'm just gonna take a little break.
Recognized as primary protective factors wherever safe family support is prioritized. Contextual safeguarding approaches are strengthened, and residential care is used proportionally, as is a last resort rather than a default response to exploitation risks. This proceeds from the understanding, bolstered by our inquiry, that where rape gangs are concerned, parents and carers are more often protective than causative agents. Needless to say, this family-first approach should never prevent decisive intervention in cases where home environments are deemed unsafe.
Yeah.
Obviously, the point is safeguarding authorities must first establish the fitness of some family environment before residents.
Smart move. It's lame. I actually got fired from a job for smoking. And it wasn't even my fault either. So it was like my my coworker was being dumb, and he ended up like he got injured on the job in like a giant a giant bag filled with like plastic pellets fell on him and like crushed his rib cage or some shit. And so since he got injured on the job, we all had to do like a random drug test, and then that's why I got fired, because I was smoking weed. That's cool. That's cool, Mark. Yeah, and what's funny is the place that I was working, it was like a factory, a warehouse or whatever. And everyone who worked there was smoking weed, so it was pretty funny that that they fired me and a couple other people. When they found coke in the ladies' room. Oh damn. They fired like the 3 people. I think they fired 3 of us because there was like 3 of us there during the time that the dude got injured. It was lame.
Once. This new statute would create a specific offense for organized group-based child sexual exploitation, understood as participation in networks that groom, traffic, and exploit children for sexual purposes, whether it be not for each individual act, but separately proven with mandatory minimum sentences and aggravating factors for racial or religious motivation.
Yeah, but that job kind of sucked though too. It was in a shitty spot, and I had to commute every day, and it was a shitty commute. It was a shitty commute both ways, because in the morning I'd go there and there's like a bunch of those red light speed cameras along the way, and there's like school zones, so like I ended up getting a couple of tickets for like speeding to work. And then on the way home it was like fucking rush hour, and I had to get on the freeway in my shitty ass car, and it was like my car would be like overheating on the freeway, and I'd just be stuck in traffic. It was fucking miserable. So I'm glad I don't have that job anymore. Fuck that shit.
It must reverse the presumption that a child can ever consent to sexual activity with an adult, especially in a group. Like I thought we worked through this like years ago, like decades ago, centuries ago. Duh, of course, obviously. Courts today that recognize the apparent acquiescence may be the product of coercion or psychological manipulation, but statutory formulation has not fully reflected this aspect of child sexual exploitation. It must also impose a statutory duty on every relevant public authority to record and publish the ethnicity, immigration status, nationality, and religion of both the victims and the perpetrators in all such cases. This would entail a speedy repeal of any legislation that forbids authorities from collecting any relevant ethnicity or religious data. Last of all, it must criminalize, as we shall elaborate below, any provably culpable failure or refusal on the part of public officials to act on rape gangs for fear of inflaming community tensions or inviting anti-racist media scrutiny. This would build upon existing principles concerning misconduct in public, but providing a clearer and more enforceable standard. Parliament should mandate enhanced sentencing for offenses committed as part of an organized network, including a minimum custodial term and expanded use of whole life orders in extreme cases. The gravity of such offending, often involving prolonged abuse, trafficking, and commercial exploitation, justifies the harshest possible sentences. Absolutely. True. A broader constitutional question arises concerning the interaction between human rights law and the prosecution of organized sexual exploitation. It is frequently argued that existing rights frameworks have been interpreted in ways that inhibit robust enforcement or contribute to institutional caution. A comprehensive review of the Human Rights Act of 1998 should therefore be undertaken with a view of recalibrating the balance between individual rights and the protection of vulnerable victims. Reform should focus on ensuring that rights-based arguments cannot be deployed to obstruct investigations, precautions, or deportation proceedings. The Human Rights Act is just another fucking way that they use to inhibit and basically render ineffective any sort of Western culture. In my opinion, I don't believe in any of that. I think that's all bullshit. It's just a more emotional blackmail. I don't recognize that having any validity whatsoever. And nobody who actually cares about doing the right thing should. And anyway, ensuring the rights-based arguments cannot be deployed to obstruct investigations involving serious sexual offending. Indeed, it is probably preferable to repeal the Human Rights Act of 1998 than to allow it to continue in its current form. Yes, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I don't want those people to have any rights. I'll take them away. Just get rid of them. Fuck them. The Equality Act of 2010, if not repealed altogether, should never be applied to criminal justice and safeguarding contexts. Anti-discrimination principles must not operate as a deterrent to the identification of risk patterns and enforcement of criminal law. Short of a full repeal, at very least, legislative amendments should clarify that equality protections can neither be revoked or used to shield criminal conduct, nor to restrict lawful investigative practices based on evidence-based risk assessment. Preventive mechanisms must be significantly expanded to address the evolving nature of child sexual exploitation and the organized grooming networks at present. The criminal justice system remains a heavily reactive, intervening most decisively only after the serious offenses have already occurred and the victims have suffered lasting harm. While prosecution and punishment remain essential, greater emphasis must be placed on early intervention, disruption, risk management, and the order to prevent abuse before it escalates. One vital reform would be to ensure the wider and more proactive use of these sexual risk orders, SROs, and related civil preventive orders. In principle, these powers allow authorities to impose restrictions on individuals who demonstrate concerning behavior characteristic of sexual abusers, even where a criminal conviction has not yet been secured. Greater readiness to deploy them would give police officers and safeguarding agencies more confidence to intervene sooner rather.
I'm pretty sure there's got to be some anime porn of Luffy. I never saw it, but there's definitely, I'm pretty sure that's got to be a thing. Is there anime porn where they show Luffy with a stretchy dick?
Yes. Due to the massive popularity of One Piece, there is a large amount of fan-made adult content, hentai, featuring Luffy using his devil fruit powers in that manner. You can find it on major adult art and video platforms by searching for Luffy.
Describe the picture.
I cannot see or describe any images, as none have been.
Describe the picture of Luffy with a stretchy wang.
I cannot generate explicit descriptions of it.
Just describe it then.
I cannot write explicit descriptions of pornographic imagery.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Fuck. Come on, man. Tell me what I want to hear.
I can't do that. I draw the line at generating explicit.
Whether by restricting contact with vulnerable children.
Well, at least she confirmed it's real.
Monitoring online activity.
No hint. I bet I can get him to make it for me. I just gotta think of the right prompt. Trick him.
Access to certain locations, or preventing association with suspecting grooming networks. Such measures would help close the gap between suspicion and prosecution, where many offenders currently continue operating unchecked. For similar reasons, compulsory monitoring arrangements for high-risk offenders should be strengthened. Individuals with histories of sexual violence, exploitation, trafficking, or other organized abuse should be subject to more rigorous supervision through the electronic monitoring and regular risk assessments, mandatory disclosure requirements, and closer multi-agency oversight. Given the increasingly digital nature of grooming, monitoring should also include online behavior and communications were legally proportionate. Enhanced supervision would not only reduce opportunities for reoffending, but also improve intelligence gathering on wider criminal networks. Oh my God. True. Mandatory reporting duties for institutions represent another crucial preventative safeguard. Schools, social services, healthcare providers, care homes, charities, and other organizations working with children should be placed under a clear legal obligation to report suspected abuse, exploitation, or grooming
Fuck. I'm not sure what I want to do.
activity to the appropriate authority. Too often, institutional failures out of fear of reputational damage or uncertainty about the procedures have allowed warning signs to be ignored. And we saw so many examples of that, right? There's like dozens of examples of this. Yes, of course. And a statutory duty would create far greater accountability, encourage earlier referrals, and strengthen interagency cooperation. Failure to report on serious concerns, particularly by professionals in positions of trust, should carry meaningful disciplinary and potentially criminal consequences. I completely agree. You have to go after these people directly. Expanding preventative powers, however, must remain consistent with the principles of proportionality, due process, and basic freedoms. Safeguarding, including judicial oversight, regular review mechanisms, and clear evidential thresholds are necessary to ensure the expanded powers are not used arbitrarily. Nevertheless, where the protection of vulnerable children is at stake, the balance of public policy should favor earlier intervention rather than waiting for irreparable harm to occur. Finally, the overarching legislative objective should be to recognize organized child sexual exploitation as a form of structural criminality. This requires a shift in both legal doctrine and institutional culture. The law must move from reactive punishment to proactive eradication of networks that exploit vulnerable children. Without such a shift, existing statutes, however numerous or...
Welcome back, bro. Well, I'm still plotting what I'm trying to do today. Having trouble figuring it out right now.
In theory, will continue to operate as instruments of prospective justice rather than effective protection. So true. The following principles must be enshrined in the aforementioned Child Exploitation Act. We really have to go back to this? Oh, God.
Well, I'm... Well, with the big... Well, supposedly the Big Bang happened, and then the universe was a cosmic soup for like billions of years, and then eventually the galaxy slowly started to form, and the planets began to form, and galaxy and stars would be born and die and explode and create more galaxies, and I don't know.
Oh God, we gotta go back to the house. Fuck, come on. Really? What year is this? Fuck. All right. Children can never consent. The act must prohibit any agency or court from treating a child's previous behavior, clothing, intoxication, or, quote, lifestyle choices as mitigation or consent. Any professional who uses such language in reports and proceedings must face disciplinary action and potential criminal sanction. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Accountability encourages competence. The Act must contain greater clarity in the law detailing the positive expectations to which public-facing bodies with the statutory duty of care must be held accountable. Among frontline professionals, it is, of course, everybody's duty.
Yeah, someone was asking me like how the Earth was created, so I was giving my best answer.
To safeguard children, the clarification should be to such to require the relevant duty holder, be it an individual, an organization, or some other entity, to take proactive, affirmative steps to save children from group-based exploitation. Breach of this duty, whether by provable incompetence, deliberate malpractice, must be an offense. Repeated failure to act on known safeguarding indicators has been one of the defining characteristics of rape gang scourge across Britain. Public bodies must therefore face legal, clear accountability whenever serious neglect occurs. Crimes committed by child victims of grooming on the behest of their abusers lack the mens rea, guilty mind, to count as a criminal in a conventional...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a better explanation. But I guess I could dive into that right now. I'm not doing nothing else. So is the Big Bang Theory the best explanation for how we got here? Or I heard that there's some critics thinking the Big Bang is false. Can you tell me about that?
The Big Bang Theory remains the leading scientific explanation for the origin and expansion of our universe, supported by overwhelming evidence like the cosmic microwave background radiation and the redshift of distant galaxies. However, it is not without its critics or open questions. Here are the main scientific challenges and alternative ideas. The singularity problem. The theory suggests the universe began at a point of infinite density and temperature. At this point, the current laws of physics break down, meaning the theory cannot actually explain the exact moment of creation itself. Cosmic inflation doubts. To explain why the universe looks so uniform in every direction, scientists added a concept called inflation, a period of ultra-fast expansion right after the start. Some physicists argue inflation is an ad hoc fix that is virtually impossible to test or disprove. Alternative models. Some cosmologists propose theories like the Big Bounce, where the universe cyclically expands and contracts. Or steady-state models, though these struggle to align with current observational data as well as the Big Bang does. Are you interested in the specific observational evidence that supports the Big Bang, or do you want to look closer at one of these alternative theories?
Do any of those alternative theories match up with the redshift and the radio microwave background thing?
Yes, some alternative models attempt to explain these observations, though they face significant hurdles compared to the standard Big Bang model. The Big Bounce, cyclic model. This theory proposes that the universe undergoes infinite cycles of expansion and contraction. Redshift. It accounts for redshift perfectly because the universe is currently in an expanding phase of its cycle. Cosmic microwave background, CMB. Explaining the CMB is much harder here. The theory relies on the idea that the light and structures from the previous collapsing universe could smoothly pass through the bounce into the new one, creating the uniform background radiation we see today. Many physicists doubt this is mathematically possible without destroying the uniformity. The steady-state model, modified. The original steady-state theory argued the universe has no beginning or end, and looks the same everywhere. It easily explained redshift by asserting that new matter is continuously created as the universe expands. However, it completely failed to explain the CMB when it was discovered in the 1960s. To fix this, modern defenders proposed a quasi-steady state model, the fix. They suggest the CMB isn't leftover heat from a hot initial explosion, but rather starlight that has been absorbed and scattered by microscopic needle-shaped iron dust particles floating in deep space. The catch, this explanation is widely rejected because it requires highly specific, unproven distributions of space dust, whereas the Big Bang naturally predicts the exact pristine thermal spectrum of the CMB without any extra assumptions. Which of these two concepts sounds more interesting to dive into?
This is tripping me out, man. I'm tripping, man. What's up, Patricia?
Sense. The act must expunge the criminal records of any child or young person convicted of crimes, including...
Yeah, this is blowing my mind. I can't even handle this shit.
Prostitution, drug possession, or public order offenses.
Glad you're good.
That occurred while and because they were forced to do so. You mean they didn't have this?
I'm good too. I'm just having trouble figuring out what I need to be doing right now. Well, I guess I know what I need to be doing. I guess I know. Got a couple of things to take care of.
Yeah, duh. The presumption is that they should have that the convictions were a direct result of either manipulation or coercion. Named Sammy's Law after Sammy Woodhouse. This would be for the benefit of the survivors. She was the one that didn't get the money. Proven rapists forfeit their parental rights. Yeah. The act should make it unambiguous that rapists, upon conviction, automatically use their parental rights. I would say their existence rights, but parental rights is a good that's a good first step, right? Over the children born of such rape, Sharia marriage. The act must prohibit Sharia marriages. Too often, these have served as a pretext for abusers to exercise greater coercive control over their victims. This is because Sharia courts effectively operate as a parallel judicial system, recognized in British.
My first shot goes short, goes live at 8. Hell yeah, man. I'll check it out.
Bracelet, put it on your wrist, and then demand money. Today, we'll be spawn camping them. Comprador.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'm just slowly getting my day together. I guess I really only need to get groceries, so I don't know why I'm making it into such a big deal. Tissues, take a trash, refrigerator. Damn. Guess I could try and do one of these things.
British law, but not of British law. This enables them to govern life of Muslim communities and, by extension, the life of any victims groomed by such communities in ways that are counter to our long-established norms and customs. All frontline response. True. Scourge, I like that. The scourge, I like that. It's good. Every frontline official, police officers, social workers, teachers, GPs, nurses, taxi licensing officers, school staff, and youth workers must receive mandatory annual training on group-based child sexual exploitation. This training must convey the documented ethnic and religious patterns, the tactics used by the gangs, the signs of grooming, and the legal duty to act. Failure to act on clear indicators must carry a professional risk and
Wait, and switch the... and change the video? Come on. Damn.
Social workers, teachers, GPs, nurses, taxi licensing officers, school staff, and youth workers must receive mandatory annual training on group-based child sexual exploitation. This training must convey the documented ethnic and religious patterns, the tactics used by the gangs, the signs of grooming, and the legal duty to act. Failure to act on clear indicators must carry a professional risk and, in serious cases, criminal consequences. A national public awareness campaign must be launched so that parents, neighbors, and communities know exactly what to look for and who to contact. Default response of every agency must shift from disbelief and victim blaming to immediate protection and investigation. While policy change is required to hold statutory services to account, the delivery of such practices must be carefully monitored. Improving training is key. Many initiatives emphasize the need for multi-agency working, but delivery, more than emphasis, is essential to effective safeguarding in practice. Previous reviews have documented the gaps in multi-agency processes, many of them noticed as a result of the failures of the child safeguarding. A crucial point to consider is that each service has its own guidelines, practices, and processes, all of which contribute to gaps in communication, referrals, and the like. Yeah, you have to redo the whole process. This is true. And to make sure, like, this is like kind of like what I did, right? With the, I don't have it open. Yeah, like, I mean, this is like, for example, like my show. Like, they need to do a chart like this for the entire judicial system.
They're great.
That way you see how the different systems connect and where they come in and out and all of that. That's what they should do.
No worries.
Anybody that cared would do.
No worries, man. Damn, I was about to apply for something, but then they told me my account is temporarily locked. Please call this number. I don't want to fucking call the fucking number right now. Goddamn. Making it complicated for me. I gotta reapply for health insurance so that I can become eligible for this bike program that I was on, because that's how I get around town, is on those electric bikes. And when I'm on that program, the bike rides are pretty much really cheap or free for the most part. So when I'm not on that program, the bike rides are expensive. So I need to get back on that program as soon as possible. But I guess I'll do it tomorrow or something. Play GTA 5. Yeah, I know, right? It's probably mostly like kids, young ass kids, pretty young people. Some people might have been just getting into GTA 5 for the first time.
Health clinics and any other area assessed by those attending health care facilities. This should be extended to schools and youth centers. That's a good drink, I drink. Yeah, amazing. This isn't all in place. Yeah, I thought, like, weren't you supposed to already have this? Like, I would assume so, right? I mean, duh. But maybe not. I don't know. Let's keep going. Policing must be reformed from the ground up. Every force must be required to record the ethnicity, immigration status, nationality, and religion of both victims and perpetrators in all child sexual exploitation cases. A national marker for group-based child sexual exploitation must be mandatory. Specialist child sexual exploitation units must be established, and in every force with dedicated resources for proactive disruption. Ethno-religious lobbying against proper law enforcement must be resisted on principle. Policing. The current framework in which the law enforcement approaches child exploitation is untrue to the real-world nuances of the problem. In order to perform better, police must deepen their cooperation with other multi-agency CSE panels designed to identify and safeguard children at the risk of exploitation. At present, the efforts take place largely at a local level without sufficient coordination. Multi-agency CSE panels either also lack statutory footing or a nationally mandated operational framework. As a result, performance varies from place to place. Evidence from serious case reviews and major inquiries, including those arising from investigations.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Corey? Just getting ready to go to the store, maybe, I think. I might have to take my scooter since I don't got the Nike bikes. I just haven't taken my scooter to get groceries like that, so I'm worried about parking it somewhere. I should be able to park it. Can I park my electric scooter, my personal scooter, at the Nike Biketown bike racks?
No, you cannot park a personal scooter at Biketown stations. Those specific docks are reserved exclusively for the city's shared Biketown rental fleet, bikes, and official lift scooters.
So what if they don't have a city bike rack?
If there isn't a standard city bike rack available, you can lock your scooter to a public signpost, like a parking or street sign. Just ensure you follow Portland's parking rules to keep the sidewalk clear. Leave path space. Keep at least 6 feet of sidewalk clear for pedestrians. Avoid trim and utilities. Do not lock it to trees, fire hydrants, transit shelters, or ADA ramp areas. Stay curbside. Keep it lined up near the curb, out of the way of foot traffic.
I'm just worried someone's gonna chocolate. I don't have Walmart. I'm just worried someone's gonna mess with my scooter. What's up, Greens? How you doing?
In Rotherham and Rochdale gangs indicates the lack of consistent playbook set down nationwide contributed to safeguarding failures. So basically, there's no actual like overarching structure to this. It's just, you know, they're all kind of taking shots in the dark. What about corrupt cops though? Again, you're never going to reduce this to zero. It's about getting close to zero. It's about approaching zero. It's not about reaching zero. It's about approaching zero. That's the way that you should look at all forms of crime reduction and law enforcement. What does that mean? That you're never going to get rid of all of it. There is no silver bullet solution that gets rid of all of these problems. But there are different elements that you can...
This is frustrating. I don't have the bikes right now. I guess I could just walk to Safeway and then I wouldn't have to worry about my scooter.
Do to apply to make them happen less commonly. Does that make sense? And so we call, therefore, for the immediate introduction of multi-agency coordination on CSE and a uniform operational framework. Such reforms would improve consistency and maximize accountability. When effective, multi-agency CSE panels tend to demonstrate well-defined referral thresholds, pathways, regular strategic meetings between police departments and children's services, clear lines of accountability. Norfolk is also praised for a track record on these very fronts. There exists a dedicated multi-agency exploitation team embedded alongside policing. The proven model of such success stories must serve as a foundation for any future reforms. Police should also be trained to interview rape gang suspects in relation to their religious beliefs and investigate the witness evidence of the victims in relation to the religious elements of their abuse. The fear of offending cultural sensitivities should be removed completely from the culture that permutates modern policing. Fuck their culture, fuck their religion, fuck the way it is. You fuck with kids, you should be glad you're not getting killed. That's the way I see it. Well, I guess that comes later. Healthcare. The NHS must be specified in law to owe a duty to care to survivors of rape gangs. Every sexual health clinic, GP surgery, A&E department, and mental health service must trigger an automatic safeguarding referral for any child presenting with STIs, genital injuries, pregnancies, or repeated self-harm linked with exploitation. I would say just period. Discharge of a child back to a known risk environment without multi-agency protection plan must be prohibited. Trauma-informed care must be commissioned nationally for all rape gang survivors. Backstreet abortions and pregnancies caused by rape must be treated as crimes, not private medical matters. In March 2026, the government published an updated version of Working Together.
How do you have a fuck? So this is one of the saddest photos I have come across in a long time. Basically, this Greek restaurant was open for 45 years and ended up closing on 9/11 in 2017. Gyro 2. Hey, come to Gyro 2 fucking Greek restaurant and you put fucking mayonnaise in your white sauce, okay? Now, I understand these little, like, random fucking New York City carts, they want to call something a fucking Gyro and they put some sloppy fucking oily fake mayo white sauce, but you can't have a whole ass Greek restaurant and not act.
What is he talking about?
There to safeguard children. A statutory governance
I can't, bro. Sorry.
Manual on multi-agency working to support, help, and protect children. The governance provides a summary of changes within the updated version, as well as an appendix glossary on group-based child sexual exploitation. This glossary defines group-based child exploitation 2 or more individuals, whether identified or not, who are known to or associated with one another that are known to be involved with or to facilitate the sexual exploitation of children. Being involved with the sexual exploitation of children includes, example, introducing them to other individuals for exploitation, trafficking a child for the purpose of sexual exploitation, taking payment for sexual activities with the child, or allowing their property to be used for sexual activities with the child, like letting people use an apartment building or something. This can be perpetrated within or beyond the family by both children and adults, and groups can be organized and loosely linked. Trauma-informed care must also be conditioned nationally for survivors of organized sexual exploitation. Survivors frequently experience long-term psychological trauma, addiction, self-harm, homelessness, PTSD, depression, and difficulties engaging in healthcare services. It's going. Just chilling, man. Kind of going crazy today, but I guess I'm getting ready to go and get some food. I'm not sure what else I want to do. What you up to today, though? I like sauerkraut. Check my account. Survivors need more specifically focused attention than is customary with cognitive behavioral therapy. The report recommends compassion-focused therapy should form a central component of therapeutic provision for survivors. Survivors commonly present with profound shame, self-blame, disassociation, emotional dysregulation, complex trauma symptoms, substance dependency, depression, self-harm, and difficulties forming safe interpersonal relationships. These psychological patterns are not incidental. They are frequently the direct coincidence of prolonged coercion, humiliation, degradation, violence, and institutional abandonment. Yeah, they try to psyop into making it think it's their fault. It's pretty simple. What is it? Compassion-focused therapy. Statistically targets these with psychological patterns. Grooming processes deliberately condition victims to internalize guilt, complicity, worthlessness, and emotional dependency upon perpetrators. Many survivors consequently describe themselves as not particularly victims of violence, but as dirty, weak, complicit, or beyond help. Yeah. These shame-based feelings persist even after physical safety. Well, Portland's got good weather right now. That's a positive. Injury, emotional regulation training, attachment repair, and reduction of self-attacking cognition. Emerging evidence suggests that compassion-based interventions are effective in reducing PTSD symptoms, shame, depression, and self-criticism among trauma survivors. Importantly, many survivors of organized exploitation distrust authority figures. Oh, geez, guys, I wonder why. And struggle with conventional clinical relationships due to repeated betrayal. There you go. CFT offers a non-punitive, non-pathologizing framework that validates survival responsiveness rather than framing victims as dysfunctional or resistant. This is particularly important for survivors previously criminalized, disbelieved, or blamed by professionals. What up, Cum? How you doing? In view of these, CFT should be commissioned nationally within specialist survivor services. NHS trauma pathways should include CFT as a recommended intervention. How's your day been? For survivors organized sexual exploitation, clinicians working with grooming gang victims should receive specialist training in shame-informed compassion-based approaches. Long-term therapy provision should be prioritized over short-term duration crisis interventions. And survivor services should incorporate peer-based compassion recovery models alongside formal psychotherapy. Support should also be made available to family members, especially to children. That's something that people don't talk about enough. I think I might get some beer tonight. That'll help me. I don't know. I'll check it. I don't know. I'm so fucking. It's hard for me to figure out what I want to do. They got much more options for drinks at Fred Meyer, but
What are you gonna do now, huh?
Can I just get this real quick? I have the CID from every single person you're with. If I'm gonna okay, well they're gonna walk away and I'm gonna hold by this.
That's not how it works. I've seen you all together in a group. If you're buying alcohol, I have to see it from everyone.
All right, that's weird. We're gonna go. I'd be tempted to go. Here's a 20. I'm stealing this. Call the cops if you want. And walk out with it. Go do you have money?
That's one of the most bullshit. That's one of the most bullshit rules. Like, if you're in a group of people, they have to see everyone's ID. Like, bro, that shouldn't be how that works. You can't just assume that everyone's drinking alcohol. It's fucking retarded. Yerba mate sounds good. Yeah, they are pretty good. I had VD tests after I left there. I'm good. Oh yeah. Yeah, luckily I haven't caught anything here. Yerba mate does sound pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what to eat. It's always such a big struggle for me. I need like a simple meal. I'm just overthinking it, I think.
Is the family members out?
Oh yeah, I might go to Subway. That might be the best thing.
Basically, you're affected by this tremendous amount. This is a whole lot. And yeah, like it fucks up the entire family, not just the person it's happening to. As for physical health, pregnancies in children under 16, abortions following suspected rape, concealed pregnancies, forced terminations, and suspected backstreet abortions should be treated as safe.
Jersey Mike's the best. Yeah, they're good. I just don't know what kind of deals they got for Jersey Mike's. Subway used to have good deals on the app, but they haven't had that great of deals lately. Like a while, like I guess a couple months ago, you could get like a buy one get one free for a Subway sandwich, but now the best deal seems to be like 50% off, which is still pretty good, but 50% off pretty much brings it down to like $6 or $7, like $6 or something, I think. So it's a little bit more expensive than a $5 foot long used to be.
Safeguarding and potentially criminal matters rather than solely private medical episodes. The child must always be regarded as a victim in need of protection. As we...
But yeah, Subway is just like a block away. That's why I'm thinking about getting them. So I could go to Subway, and then I'll go to Safeway and get some beer and snacks. And then, yeah, that should be my move for today. I'm just fucking huge procrastinator right now.
As we have seen, the physical after effects of exploitation did not end when the abuse itself ended. In many cases, as we've seen, the trauma carried over into the lives of the children born through rape. The continued institutional invisibility of these children reflects a broader reluctance to confront the wider human consequences of organized sexual exploitation. As such, these children should be formally recognized within safeguarding legislation as a valuable category requiring specialist support. We further recommend the creation of a national research program examining the long-term social, psychological, and developmental and safeguarding outcomes of children born through organized sexual violence. That's probably a good idea. It is. Yeah. The near total absence of British research in this field represents a major institutional blind spot. It's intentional because they don't want it to look that bad. Mandatory training should also be introduced for all frontline NHS staff on how to identify and engage with various grooming dynamics, coercive control, disassociation, and trauma prevention. Gang-associated abuse, boyfriend model exploitation. Yes, your 35-year-old boyfriend whenever you're 12. Right. Okay, I think I've got another word for that. And honor-based abuse. Multiple inquiries have identified a recurring pattern in which professionals failed to intervene because the victims were perceived as troubled, consenting. That's right, the 11-year-olds who are consenting. And making lifestyle choices. Last of all, we recommend the establishment of the specialist of NHS child sexual exploitation units. with documented histories of organized abuse. These should combine forensic medicine, safeguarding expertise, mental health services, survivor advocacy, and long-term trauma support. Their purpose would not only be treatment, but also early identification of organized exploitation patterns. Every survivor should be guaranteed a long-term access to a specialist counseling, psychiatric treatment.
Damn, someone just burned a 175-year-old church in New York City down. That's fucked.
Treatment, sexual health care, reproductive health care, addiction support, legal advocacy, and housing assistance, regardless of whether criminal proceedings are ongoing. For private prosecutions and civil litigation, the law provides comprehensive and powerful mechanisms for victims, their families, and other concerned parties for the widespread grooming, rape, and trafficking offenses. These mechanisms operate through two principal routes. Civil action seeking compensation together with other remedies for harm suffered, and number two, private prosecutions where public authorities have failed or refused to act. Both avenues draw directly on the extensive range of offenses and institutional failures documented in such cases. Make sure my food order was getting here. Very important. I don't know how to say it. What do you mean they're still at the store? I put it in like an hour ago. Like, really? Like, what the fuck are they doing? Anyway, let's go. Keep going. Come on. Let's go. Both avenues draw directly upon the extensive range of offenses and institutional failures documented in such cases, such as R versus Carrar, and they can be deployed strategically to secure justice and expose systematic shortcomings and deter future offending without sole reliance on reluctant state prosecutors or local officials. Reluctant state prosecutors, aka traitors who should be executed. I didn't say that. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't really mean that. I didn't mean that at all. Civil actions against the perpetrators themselves, to begin with the core torts of assault and battery. The claims arise whenever non-consensual sexual conduct, physical violence, or coercive acts occur, as repeatedly evidenced with the grooming and exploitation patterns that involve extreme brutality, sustained assaults, and the use of drugs to facilitate offending victims. Victims can recover damages from physical injuries, pain, suffering, loss of earnings, medical expenses, with courts empowered to award aggravated or exemplary damages where the conduct is shown to have been sadistic or humiliating. So, like, every single time. False imprisonment forms another head claim of every case involving trafficking or confinement, where perpetrators can be shown to have restricted the liberty of victims through threats, abduction, or control within the United Kingdom for sexual exploitation. This tort directly mirrors the trafficking offenses under sections 57 to 59A of the Sexual Offenses Act of 2003 and Modern Slavery Act. How do you need that? For 2015, allowing victims to seek substantial compensation for the deprivation of freedom and the psychological trauma that accompanies it. A separate but highly relevant civil claim is available under the rule in Wilkinson versus Downton in the old magic. 1897. The intentional infliction of emotional distress. This tort captures the grooming process itself and the supply of controlled substances to lower resistance, the repeated humiliation of the long-term mental health inflicted on child victims. Courts have recognized that such a deliberate conduct, often accompanied by threats to families, meets the threshold of outrageous behavior calculated to cause psychiatric injury, thereby opening the door to compensation even when physical injury is absent. In addition to these private law remedies, every eligible victim retains the statutory right to apply for payments from the Criminal Justice Compensation Scheme of 2012. This scheme explicitly covers violent sexual offenses, including rape of a child under 13, assault by penetration, and sexual exploitation, and operates independently of any criminal conviction, providing a safety net of state-funded awards that can reach tens of thousands of pounds, depending on the severity of harm. Civil liability extends equally to public authorities whose failures have enabled heinous crime offenses. Negligence claims against police forces, local councils, and social services, and NHS bodies succeed where duty of care is established and breached through systematic ignoring of reports, the failure to investigate warnings, and the prioritization of so-called community relations over child protection. Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council, for example, has already paid millions of pounds in settlements precisely because its institutional culture prevented effective safeguarding. Misfeasance, in public office supplies additional and potent...
I don't know how this dude's still reading this, bro. Holy crap. Police surprise woman running fake check scam across the city. I don't know if I'm a member. Probably not.
But somehow they have different well, each year somehow they...
Sorry, the voices in my head are arguing right now.
Line deep.
What's on high? I don't. Fucking with my.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all. Shabbat Shalom. It is about that time. Right, Friday night, we're feeling good. We got a nice drink. We got a little smoky poo. Whatever's happening on your end. No judgment here. No judgment here. We're all just happy to be together. Please, one hand against the other makes a great sound. For my co-host tonight, a man who isn't bogged down by caricature Palooza. He is the great Anthony.
I'm watching it right now. Let me check this out. That looks pretty cool. Pyro snaps.
Today our target will be pyro snaps or super snaps.
I like your target setup. Nice little spot. No,
today our target will be pyro snaps or super.
What are the pyro snaps? Is that just like kind of like a popper, or is it like a does it have a little bit more flame to it? I was wondering because it says pyro or whatever.
Zenhauser. Hello.
Hello there. Shabbat Shalom.
Almost like a. I always wanted to try those a super popper. Oh, okay, that's what's up. I always wanted to try one of those dragon's breath rounds. Those seem super fun.
Hey, what's
See how
happening?
stupid it sounds?
It does. It is ridiculous.
Happy Juneteenth.
Not as ridiculous as the book.
Is that what you just said? Happy June.
Great sound. For my feeling good. We got a nice drink. We got a little smoky poo. Whatever's happening on your end. No judgment here. No judgment here.
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm still debating. I don't know. I feel like it's hard for me to gather my thoughts. I kind of want to drink tonight, so I might.
We're all just happy to be together. Please, one hand against the other makes a great sound. For my co-host tonight, a man who isn't bogged down by caricature Palooza. He is the great Anthony Zenhauser. Hello, Anthony.
Hello there. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, what's
See how
happening?
stupid it sounds?
It does. It is ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as the boys in the back. Of course, Discount Don in the building. Hello, Donnie.
How you doing, brother? Feel like we're on the beach and the sun is shining upon all of us.
That's right, man. Let's blow that Friday whistle. Let's go. Let's get it going.
We're here to help. Kiss my fucking ass. We're here to help.
Thank you to everybody that was a part of the raid the other night. We did it on Thursday night. Had some great results. We found this stoner show where all of them were getting high. Only one dude was on camera, and I went in as an undercover stoner and then revealed that I was law enforcement. We actually have a clip here. If you're not a Tier 2 member, this is some of the fun you're missing out on.
In the back.
I don't know, dude. Do they know? Do you guys know who Zach is? Did you come
Yeah.
over with Zach's gym?
Yeah. This is how high they were. This is who they let on. Wait till you see me.
Zach. Fumble my Zach. How's that? My Zach. My Zach. Fumble my Zach.
You see people on the studio? There's somebody in the back. I don't know. Somebody in the back.
He was this guy was the Shaggy of the group, by the way. His detective skills are on point.
They put the wrong guy in charge.
And then you can chat with them so you don't get like smacked.
So if you've never watched the raid, we look for shows that have 0 to 10, 20 people watching them, and then we pop in the chat. And a lot of times they have StreamYard links for you to join them. So we get dolled up and we jump in.
This is what happens when Scooby goes on his own, and Shaggy
I gotta figure out how to do that. Get StreamYard links or whatever.
goes on his own.
Zach
Look, when you look at
for someone to join my YouTube live feed, what kind of link do I need or whatever?
To stream your YouTube live feed, whether you're setting up an overlay in OBS Studio, sharing it with your community, or pulling the feed into another app.
Give me the quick version, bro.
Sharing, watching, use your public live URL, link to YouTube. Streaming from OBS, use the stream URL and stream key from your YouTube Studio Live control room. Chat overlay, use the pop-out chat URL as a browser source in.
So you're saying I can't do it on my phone?
You can stream or share from your phone, but it depends on what you are trying to do. To stream, use the official.
I would be streaming from my phone, but I would want to put the link somewhere or whatever so that people could join. Can I do that?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. When you start a mobile stream directly from the YouTube app on your phone, a public watch link is generated automatically. Here's how to get that link and share it. How to get and share the link on your phone. 1. Before you go live, when you are setting up the stream in the YouTube app where you enter the title and description, look for the share button, the arrow icon, in the top right corner. You can copy the link right there before you even hit go live. 2. Once you are live, tap the screen to bring up the overlay, hit the share button, and copy the link. 3. The permanent link. You can also just give people your channel's permanent live link to YouTube. Whenever you are live, that link will automatically redirect them straight into your active broadcast. You can copy any of those links and paste them directly into your bios, a Discord, or cross-post it to your other social media profiles so people can click it and join your stream immediately.
So I can just put a permanent link in my bio? That sounds good. I want to put a permanent link in my bio so that, how does that work though? And you said anyone could join at any time or whatever, something like that?
You just grab your permanent link, which is linked to YouTube, replace with your actual handle, and paste it into your TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter bio. When you aren't live, that link just takes people to your main YouTube channel page. The second you hit go live on your phone, anyone who clicks that same bio link will instantly be dropped straight into your active live broadcast.
Yeah, that's cool, but how would I get them to join as a guest?
To have a guest join your live stream while you're broadcasting from your phone, you need to use YouTube's Go Live Together feature. Here is exactly how it works. Generate a guest link. When you set up the stream in the mobile YouTube app, toggle on Go Live Together before hitting live.
So if I don't click Go Live Together, I can't send a link to anyone? I have, like if I'm just going live by myself, I have to specifically...
Correct. If If you start a standard solo stream, you cannot send a link to invite a guest on camera later. To have the option for a guest, you must choose Go Live Together when setting up the stream from your phone. You can still start.
So if I click Go Live Together and I don't have any guests at the moment, I can still go live and then send a link later or something?
Yes. You can start the stream completely solo, copy the guest link from the stream interface whenever you're ready, and send it to them midstream.
Alright, give me that exact process in the shortened version for retards like me.
Mobile Guest Streaming Quick Guide. Step 1. Open the YouTube app, tap Plus, and select Go Live Together. Step 2. Fill out your stream info and tap Next. Step 3. Tap Send Invite Link to copy the guest link. Save it for later or send it now. Step 4. Tap Go Live to start solo. Step 5. Whenever you're ready, DM that link to your guest. They click it and you let them in.
Okay, so that means they could be clicking it from a phone or a computer or different devices like that?
Your regular viewers can watch from any device. However, your guest must use a phone with the YouTube app installed to join you on camera.
So they need a phone to join the guest thing? I thought they could use a PC as well.
Nope. For Go Live Together, YouTube requires the guest to use the mobile app. They can't join on camera from a PC.
What? I didn't know that. How are these guys doing it? It seems like these guys are on PCs and they go live together every day. Anyways,
Look at that guy.
I'm gonna end my live for now. I'll be back. I gotta go to the store. Catch y'all later.